Hi guys, okay, we're going to be doing a quick oil change on this 2006 Nissan X-Trail today. It's a super simple job. I'm just going to walk you through it. So all you need is 3.9 liters of 5W30, just using conventional motor oil. This is the filter I'm using. It's a MPH6607. It's Moto Master, but whichever size is recommended by your oil filter manufacturer will work. 14 millimeter wrench. And then an oil filter wrench is nice. You may not even need a wrench for the oil filter depending on how it was put on, or these channel lock pliers work really well. So let's get the oil. Okay, so we're going underneath the right hand side, passenger side in North America of this vehicle. I got my oil drain pan there, and the oil drain bolt is located right there. And you don't even need to jack this car up to do this job. I've done this many times just with the car sitting on its wheels. So I just did this for ease of filming. So we're gonna get in there with our 14 millimeter. Let that drain out. Okay, so your oil filter is located sort of just beside the drain plug. I've got a Fram on there from before. So I'm just gonna take my wrench here, whatever you're using, or pliers, or I probably could have just done it with my bare hand, but this is a little easier. So we're gonna loosen it there. And then just make sure if you're gonna be doing both at the same time, you've got your oil pan, it's big enough. And then we're just gonna loosen it by hand. And I've got this foam here that just stops splashing. And we'll let that drain out. Okay, we've got our new oil filter here. We're just gonna prep the seal by putting a little bit of oil on it. So I'll just open up this bottle and get a little bit of oil in your hand. Spread it around on the gasket, and it's ready to go in. Okay, this is just gonna be a little addition to this video, just for oil changes in general. Sometimes people ask me how long to let it drain. Most of the machines and vehicles I work on, I let them drain for 10-15 minutes at the most, and then I get the filter on, put the oil plug back in, and fill it back up with fresh oil. Because really the amount you're gonna get out after that is not gonna be significant. However, I have the time tonight, so I put this little container here. After 15 minutes of it draining, and it's still dripping, you always get that little drip and it just seems like it never ends. So I'm gonna leave it there for 2 hours, and I'm gonna come back in 2 hours and see how much it collected in this little tub, and see how much, you know, if you did leave it for that long, how much you would collect. Okay, 2 hours later, see how much we got. It's pretty well done dripping. So just a little bit in the bottom of this. It's like a 500 milliliter, I think, cup. So I would say insignificant for a basic oil change. As long as you do your oil changes regularly, you should be fine. So we'll go ahead and reinstall the plug here and tighten it down. And we'll put our oil filter back on. So we're gonna go till the gasket touches, and then we'll do about another 3/4 of a turn, and let's start filling it up with oil. Okay, got the car down on the ground, back up the engine, take out the cap, the funnel, and I'm gonna put in about 3.5 liters to start. And then I'll start the engine, and then I'll top it up. So I'm gonna put the cap back on, and I'm gonna start the engine till the oil light shuts off, and then we'll check it. And we'll let it circulate around for a second. Okay, that should be good. Okay, so after shutting the engine off, I let it drip down for a couple of minutes. Just let the oil settle into the bottom, and then we'll just check it. So yeah, we are between the high and low marks. I would say that's ideal. I'm probably not going to add any more right now, just because there's still a little bit probably dripping down from the top of the engine, so you don't want to overfill it. But as long as you're between those 2 marks, you're good to go. If you feel like you have to, you can put a little bit more just to get you close to that high mark. But other than that, you are good to go. Don't forget to install your cap again here. And that's all there is to it. If you have any questions, just leave them in the comments. But thank you for watching.